Hey guys, Sak here from sakitech, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about why I'm switching from the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra to the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5, which is right over here. So this is not going to be an easy switch. There's a couple losses that come with giving away the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, but also there's a bunch of benefits that you get by switching to the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. So in this video, I want to give you some insights so you can get a different perspective and just some great information. So there's approximately 5 to 6 reasons I'm making that switch, and I want to talk about each one of them one by one. The first one actually has to do with the unique functionality only the Z Fold 5 is able to offer. For my Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, when I was looking for cases, it was very hard to find a good case with a built-in kickstand that doesn't look too bulky or ugly. I gotta have that kickstand. But in the end, I decided not to get a case with a kickstand, rather go with a sleek-looking case for my S23 Ultra that offers protection and some look. I mean, good luck buying a case this good looking with a high-quality built-in kickstand with the same slim profile. It's almost impossible. So I chose this case with no kickstand, and it just started to bother me, the fact that I don't have a kickstand. And now, with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5, I am able to use this phone with a slim case that offers some protection, but also the phone itself is its own built-in kickstand, and I'm actually able to enjoy watching videos on this. So for example, when I wake up in the morning, I like to actually watch the news to catch up on the current events while I am having my breakfast, which takes me approximately 15 minutes. So in this case, I'm able to simply put the phone on the desk and watch the news in this format very easily without having to worry about a built-in kickstand. And the great thing is, because the phone is a folding phone, I can do it either on the outer display only, which is what I go with in the morning, because I'm not really using too many capabilities of the phone as soon as I'm waking up. So I'm mostly on the outer, narrower display. I do a couple menial tasks, and then I'll watch the news, and this format just gives me that freedom, that ease of use that the S23 Ultra did not give me. And of course, I also have the option to watch news in this format if I so desire, and even do some multitasking if I have to. So that's number one, the ability to have this built-in kickstand functionality, and also the ability to use a nice and slim case so the phone looks aesthetically pleasing as well. And the funny thing is, this phone, the way it's built, it's so square, I can even have it on the desk like this, and it'll just stay like that. So even that to me is a built-in kickstand functionality in a different format. So that's reason number one. Reason number two, the larger inner display is simply a plus. So basically, before I'm about to go to sleep, I go to bed and I sit down, I watch a bunch of videos. Sometimes I'll watch an entire episode of a show while sitting in the bed before I go to bed, right on my smartphone. I used to do that on the S23 Ultra, but then sometimes it felt like the screen was just too small for the particular purpose of watching a show or a movie or an episode. So now I can just unflip the phone and I can get access to that large screen, which is what it is designed for. It is designed to be a tablet on demand whenever you feel like. So if I watch a movie now, I can enjoy it on that larger screen. It just feels more immersive, and the quality of the display is top-notch, both on the S23 Ultra and the Fold 5, so I'm not losing any quality as I'm watching movies on this larger display. So one aspect of the foldable just helps me in the morning while I'm having breakfast. The other aspect just helps me out when I'm going to bed at nighttime. So for me, these are real world scenarios. But that's number one and two. Number three, because we have that larger screen on the inside, on demand when necessary, just by having that real estate simply amplifies everything I do in terms of productivity. So sometimes I like to take notes while I'm researching something. I can do this easily on the larger display, take notes on one side while I'm reading and browsing on the other side. And yes, I can do the same thing with the S23, but again, the smaller display makes it less productive. I like to have a display as large as possible when I'm multitasking, and again, this phone allows me to do that. When it's folded, I can just use the smaller outer display for daily menial tasks and just move on. The big thing is the larger display makes multitasking, note-taking, sketching more pleasurable than on the S23 Ultra, just because it is there on demand. So the next thing I want to talk about has to do with the camera. So first and foremost, the S23 Ultra cameras are better than the Fold 5 cameras. So in that respect, I am taking a loss. But now I am able to use the main cameras on the Fold 5 as selfie cameras because I can use the outer cover display as a viewfinder for the main cameras. So now when I take a selfie shot, I can use 50 megapixel main camera for extra crisp details, and also I can do wide angle shots using the selfie camera, being able to fit more of myself and other people in the shot or more of the environment in the shot, again with that higher quality cameras that are normally limited to the rear of a phone. So that's a great benefit, especially if you're somebody that uses selfie cameras a lot. Now, I don't use them a lot, but the fact that I can do it, that actually is a benefit to me in case I need it. Now, the final thing I want to talk about has to do, again, with the camera, but this time I want to talk about the inner display and the ability to use the entirety of that inner display as a viewfinder. That, to me, has been and still is an amazing experience when I'm taking photos or shooting videos. Just by having that massive viewfinder, you can just take better photos and better videos. Even professionals go through great pains to get larger viewfinders for their professional cameras, and here we have this massive viewfinder for maximum satisfaction. And like we have mentioned, there's going to be some losses when you switch from the S23 Ultra to the Fold 5. The biggest loss is the camera. And also, in a weird way, having that display on the S23 Ultra, the large display that you can use for everything, is also somewhat of a loss because you can do everything seamlessly on the larger display. It's also more convenient to mount this phone on a motorbike or on the dash in your car if you have to, because most of these mounting systems are designed for standard phones. It is really hard to mount the Fold 5 on a motorcycle, which I do ride all the time. But again, like I said, that's a loss I'm willing to take for now, meanwhile enjoying the benefits I've mentioned based on my lifestyle. But that's basically all I wanted to talk about in this video. So I have officially made the switch for now, and if anything happens over time, if I don't like what I'm seeing with the Fold 5, I might just go back to the S23 Ultra or even the S24 Ultra, which is going to come very soon by January 2024, or at least in that range. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or any observations, drop them down below. Let me know. For now, guys, have a fantastic day, all right?